Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik Darwish. We have been listening quite often by the intelligent people, by the researchers, by the wise people, and by our elders that if at all you want to succeed, you need to do this thing. And today, the motivational speakers are always trying to convince us that you need to do this thing, you need to do that thing, you need to do this thing. If at all you want to succeed, you want to proceed, you want to live in the life, you need to do all these things. That is what we are being taught. And it is very, very important indeed that we need to understand what are the things which are important for us in the life. We need to understand, my dear friends. Today we are going to look upon the situation in a different angle. What is this angle, by the way? Today we are going to find out what are the common things in between the unsuccessful people, the people who are going to fail, the people who are not going to succeed in their life at all, the people who have failed to achieve any success, any considerable success in their life. What are the common things between those people? That is going to be the topic of our today's discussion. And I think that it is equally important, if at all we are seen talking about the things which are important to do for the sake of success, at the same time which I think we need to think about what are the actual things which makes a person a failure, a total failure, does not allow a person to succeed and to move forward, to develop at all. Like always, we have chosen a very useful, a very beneficial article, which is actually the opinion of an expert. Which is the opinion of an expert. We have included it into our today's discussion, and the author of this very beautiful article is Kiran Athar. Madam Kiran Athar is a well-known researcher and author. She has contributed a lot. As far this success building performance is concerned, she has contributed a lot. She has written a very good, very valuable, content on the subject. So, as far as today's article is concerned, the caption of this very useful article is 10 habits 10 habits unsuccessful people have in common. 10 habits unsuccessful people have in common. Indeed, it is a very beneficial article. There shouldn't be any doubt in that at all. And now we are going to look upon those 10 habits which are common amongst all the unsuccessful people. Let's look upon all those 10 habits one by one, and we will be able to understand that these are the 10 habits I need to stay away. I shouldn't be, I shouldn't be having any of these 10 habits. I should not be having any of these 10 habits. So that is going to be my target. And the first habit which is common amongst all of the unsuccessful people, that is procrastination, failing to do the things on time. Mean they keep deferring, they keep delaying the things, they keep postponing they fail to do the things on time. If it is morning, they will be found saying that I shall be doing it in the evening. And if at all it is evening, they will be found saying that I shall be doing it tomorrow morning. So their tomorrow actually never comes. Their evening and their morning never comes. They are seen postponing, deferring, delaying, all those things. Postponing, that is absolutely wrong. Excuse me. So that is one of the very, very common habits amongst all of the unsuccessful people. And the second common habit amongst all of the unsuccessful people is lack of lack of discipline. Believe me or not, discipline is an extremely important thing. What is meant by lack of discipline here? Mean if at all they don't think that I should be doing this thing. I mean there are things which they clearly know that this should not be done. I don't need to say this thing. I should not be saying this thing at all. I should not be doing this thing at all. I should not be meeting that type of people at all. I should not be eating this and that thing at all. I should not be drinking this and that type of thing. But despite knowing, they are unable to control themselves. This lack of control on their self, actually, that is the lack of self discipline. That is another very important trait of unsuccessful people. Lacking the self discipline. Creating the self discipline, I think it is more important than anything else at all as for the successful full building performances are concerned. So the number three habit, which is common between all of the successful people, is spreading themselves thin. What is this? Actually, they start doing several things at the same time, and without realizing that my time, my physical energy, my capability, my talent, and my resources, these are not enough for mean for all of those things. Yet they start doing all of those things, more than one thing at the same time. So for what does happen in return, they fail to focus and concentrate upon any of those things, and as a result they are a total failure in all of those things which they have started. So that is another, the third common habit amongst the unsuccessful people, separating themselves thin. The fourth common habit amongst all the unsuccessful people is poor time management. Time management, time. Time is the most basic of all the resources. Why? Because the time is life. I have been given, we are given the time in the shape of the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the days, the weeks, the months, the years, and the decades, and so on. The time is the most basic resource. If the time is over, everything else is over. So we need to manage the time in a sensible, in an intelligent manner. We need to use it in a wise manner, and we must not be wasting our time at all, and we must be doing the best thing we can do at that particular time. So what is the best way to use our time? First of all, we need to have a list, and we need to think what are the things which are important and urgent at the same time. And if at all there is anything in front of me, I must be attempting that. After that, I need to attempt the things which are important but not urgent. And thirdly, and if at all I have done those things which are important but not urgent, then I should be doing the things which are not important but urgent. And at the end, if at all I have done all of those things, at the end I need to do the things which are neither important nor urgent. My dear friends and fellows, time management is very, very important. And here the author says that it is the poor time management. Number 5, the Kiran Athar says that negative mindset, nothing is more dangerous as per this thing is concerned. Why? The negativity of the mindset actually mean the negativity of the mindset actually means that, my dear friend, that I shall not be able to succeed at all. I shall not be able to succeed at all, and for that reason I should not be attempting that thing. And also because those people are all bad, and I mean all the world is bad. I cannot succeed here in this world, and I cannot live well here in this world. That is being meant by the negative mindset. We should not be having a negative mindset at all. And positivity is the first and the foremost important thing, I think, as for the successful building performances are concerned. So it is actually the negative mindset we must avoid, and this negativity of the mindset is the common between all the unsuccessful people. Then it is the number 6. The number six common thing amongst all the unsuccessful people is blaming others, shifting the responsibility, failing to take the responsibility. Yes, that is another common thing between amongst all the unsuccessful people. That is another common thing between amongst all the unsuccessful people, shifting the responsibility, failing to take the responsibility. And that is really, really bad, and we must not be having any of those things. And now it is the number 7 is fear of taking risk. Fear of taking, I don't advise that we should be taking the blind risk. That is absolutely, absolutely, absolutely wrong. We should not be doing it at all. No need to take the blind risk at all. We need to prepare, we need to calculate, we need to think well. But despite all that, we need to take certain risks which are unavoidable, and without taking those risks we might not be able to succeed. But this risk must be taken after a very, very careful consideration, and that is fear of taking risk. Number 8, a common thing amongst all the unsuccessful people is short term focus, failing to think long term. We need to develop a long term vision. We need to become a foresighted person. And being a short sighted, we will never be able to succeed at all. We need to think and we need to plan the long term, having the long term goals, working upon them along with the short term goals, that is very very important, unavoidable for all the successes. And the number nine common habit amongst all the unsuccessful people is lack of adaptability, lack of resilience, lack of adaptability. Extremely important that we should become adaptable. Why? Because the world is changing, because everything else in the world is changing. And it is said that the only thing permanent in the world today is the change. So the change is unavoidable, the change is taking place every moment. Every time one thing will be changed, one thing will become different. So what we need to do, we need to become adaptable, we need to adopt all the change. We need to change ourselves so that we are able to meet the needs, the new needs, unless and until we do that, we will not be able to succeed at all. If at all we are rigid, unwilling to change, if at all we are not flexible, we are inflexible, we are not adaptable, we are going to be a total failure, you know and that was the number 9 common habits amongst all the unsuccessful people. And the 10th and the lost common habit amongst all the unsuccessful people is poor social skill. We are the social animals. We are always, always, always interacting with the people, and we need to develop our social skills. We need to develop our social skills. These are very, very important and very, very unavoidable. I think that if at all we are having any of those 10 habits, we must try to get rid of that habit as soon as we can, because this is unless and until we succeed in getting ourselves free from that, we will not be able to develop and to succeed at all. Thank you.